So recently I went over group 1 on the periodic table, which is alkali metals. And I can't do that without going over group 2, alkaline earth metals. Now the reason I'm going to be so brief here is because there's not that much of a difference between the two, but there's enough of a difference to warrant some sort of differentiation. For example, where alkali metals have 1 valence electron, alkali earth metals have 2. It's because of this that while they're still reactive, that extra valence electron makes them less reactive than alkali metals. Think about it like Team Rocket, only without Meowth. They're both pretty unstable, but one's slightly less unstable than the other. So with that being said, they still react, but not as crazy as group 1 does. So let me put that another way. Atoms of alkali metals form 1 ion when joined with water, and alkali earth metals form 2. Now that we've gone over the slight difference in chemical properties, it's necessary to go over physical properties too. Now the funny part about that is, there's even less differences in physical properties than there are chemical. They're still silvery, soft, and squishy, but alkaline earth metals are slightly more dense, and like I said a million times before, that's the reason that they're a little bit less reactive. The melting and boiling points are also slightly higher. Sorry about that voice crack. And they're also a bit harder. And I'm sorry for the lack of structure here, but I'd like to give a few examples of how they react with water, as I did with alkali metals, because this is where things get really interesting. It varies greatly depending on the element. For example, beryllium hardly reacts at all, but barium on the other hand releases hydrogen gas, and of course barium hydroxide, and magnesium reacts, but slowly. And of course you get magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas, but that happens with just about every reaction, and that's just about all. Subscribe so I can eat something, and bye.